And the NerdCast is brought to you every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, powered by Nor Comm Games.
Nor Comm Games is your tabletop guide for all things gaming. Nor Comm Games carries Games Workshop, Warlord Games, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Disney Lorcana, Dungeons & Dragons, Star Wars Unlimited, plus so much more. Plus, you'll find weekly events happening in our gaming area, Bunker 1307. Wednesday afternoons, you'll find casual gameplay all day, all night. Well, Thursday afternoon is Cribbage League. Friday afternoon is Learn to Play board games, which you can see live on our Facebook page. Saturday, we have a variety of events, and Saturday night is Saturday Night Commander. Sunday, we have a Disney Lorcana League and open gameplay. For a listing of our NorCom events, head over to our website, norcomgames.com. NorCom Games, the only thing to do.
NorCom
of the universe.
And the NerdCast is also brought to you by Face Value Cards. Tired of looking through the same old boring greeting cards at the grocery store? Sick of your cards costing way too much? Are you looking for new ways to remind your family and friends that you're hilarious and thinking about them? Well, you're in luck, fam. At FaceValueCards.com, we've got you covered with quirky, witty, anytime greeting cards. Tell your bestie that their dog likes you better. Tell your sibling they are more motivational than your other motivational crap. Not sure which one to try? Grab a 10-card variety pack for a 10% discount per card. Add the promo code NERDCAST at checkout for an additional 35% off.
35% off?
Yeah, that's right. An additional 35% off, plus free shipping and handling on orders over $10. It's easy to give our cards a try, but don't take this all at face value. Cards.com. Visit us today at FaceValueCards.com. FaceValueCards.com for cards as fun as you are, Frank.
That's pretty damn fun.
And tonight we have Frankie the Cleaner in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. And, of course, I'm here.
Ryan's here, the Dorkfather. Yay.
I'm here. Trying to get your head out of the second shot.
Hey, should put that down on the ship.
I was just trying to get the...
People at home
there.
are like, what ship?
What
Spaceships.
Ship? We'll
Pirate
talk
ships.
about space pirates.
Space pirates.
Space pirates. NorCom. Jeez Louise. Hi, Jay. How are you doing? Superstar Xavier Michaels in the house tonight. If you are listening right now, please make sure you say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. All right, Frank, what's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on at NorCom? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Ryan. Thanks for asking.
Good. What's the good word?
Been a crazy week.
You know, I thought you were retired.
You know, Ryan, I thought I was too. But you know what I found out, people? I found out that I'm more busy now than I ever was when I worked at the factory.
Crazy. But one thing that you couldn't do at the factory, well, at least not as well because you were probably super tired and everything, you're working out a lot.
I am working out a lot.
And I guess it's showing.
Like 5 days a week. I am starting to get six-pack abs.
Six-pack abs.
They're coming out. They're starting to show.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
I still got a case, so.
Well, is it a case or a keg?
Well, whatever. It's round, so I guess it's a keg.
Round is a shape, so I guess you're in shape.
But I have continued to lose weight, so I find out next Thursday if we get to have the surgery.
Woo-hoo.
So.
Watch out, ladies. Ryan's coming for you.
No, I'm not. Not at all. Nope, don't need no ladies. Those are troublesome. Sorry, Amanda. I'm not. I'm divorced once. I don't need another issue. So I already got 3 kids.
No more problems.
No problems. I got no problems. I can do what I want. Why would I want to ruin that with a relationship?
It's like Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Means no worries.
Means no worries. So I'm waiting to watch it with the kids.
Is it good, Amanda?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mufasa. Ooh. Mufasa. Ooh. I also got to watch Wicked with the kids. So I got some movies that I wanted to watch with the kids. I have been watching Daredevil, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Born Again on Disney+. Good. It's good. Andor comes out soon. The new Andor, second season of Andor.
I'm not even familiar with that one, Ryan.
Oh, Frank.
You got to remember, I don't watch too much TV.
Yeah, but this isn't TV. This is streaming. It's two different things.
Well, you know.
So, did you watch Rogue One?
I did. Actually,
Okay.
Amanda and I went to see that one in the theater.
Okay. So,
Yes. She don't remember.
Cassian Andor, the guy who is like the rogue in the beginning who shoots people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a prequel to that.
Okay.
And it's going in the second season. Ryan also watches Teletubbies every morning. No,
What's wrong with Teletubbies?
I don't watch Teletubbies. I'm not watching Teletubbies.
Makes that sound like it's a bad thing.
Ring Fit Runner, you're in the house, I think. Maybe thighs. Not certain.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not sure.
They haven't said hi yet. Go ahead and say hi.
If you're out there, just say hi, folks.
Just say hi. Yeah.
Just say hi. What's the worst that can happen?
What is going on? So what's new around here?
What's new at Nor Comm? Holy crap, Ryan. We got all kinds of
You got a
stuff.
list.
I literally
made a
have a
list.
list. So
Did you check it twice?
I did not check it
Okay.
twice.
Let's
So
go-
I
let's find out what the list
I
is.
probably missed something.
Yeah.
But we added some new seating this week.
Oh, you can see Amanda
Yeah.
right there.
Can you turn the cameras and show the people the new seating? Amanda, you may or may not get in this picture.
Let me lift this. There we go.
So as you can see, we have some uniform chairs now. They're all the same size and they're all the same color, which is really nice. I got a good deal on them. And we added a 5th card table, and we have a 6th one coming.
Nice.
And we did build a new D&D table a couple weeks ago. I think we talked to that last week.
And you hung Lorcana.
And we hung the Lorcana posters. It is starting to look like a game room back here, folks. You can see behind me over here, we also hung the Evercon banner.
Which is really a Nor Comm banner with Evercon on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we have another one on the
We
front.
sell it that way.
Yeah, sure.
You're buying advertisement.
But so the bunker's coming along really
coming
well.
along really nice.
It's starting to look like we actually have us a play area, an actual game store here.
Hello, Ring Fight Runner. Hello.
We did have something exciting happen over the weekend.
What happened?
We completely sold out of Takur Dragonstorm. The first time ever we sold out of a brand new Magic set on pre-release weekend.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Both.
Well, I mean, you're in the business of selling out.
But you know what a good thing is?
What?
I talked to my sales rep. I sent him an email on Sunday after I realized we were out of everything. And he sent us a whole nother case of booster boxes today.
Well, at least you got that.
We'll have them for the weekend, hopefully, as long as, UPS doesn't do stupid UPS things.
Yeah. Well, you can't control the weather.
Can't control that.
Can't control the mail.
What else? Games Workshop pre-orders have been going crazy, Ryan.
Yeah.
Between the Champions of Slanesh box a few weeks ago and all of the Kill Team releases and my favorite, Soulblight Gravelord's Army box is coming out.
Ooh.
So
Gravelords.
we just had pre-orders for those this last weekend. And I got confirmation today that our sales rep has got them coming early, so I think that's going to release on the 19th.
Okay.
But one of those boxes is mine.
Okay. It's
So
yours.
I think we should do a box opening next week.
I think we should do a box opening of something that has not released yet. So
Something that has not released yet.
that would be amazing. Oh, that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. So you all can see what's in the box here first before you can buy it.
Yes.
Perfect. And as I said, Kill Team is selling hot, and our Friday night Kill Team is actually taking off pretty well.
Good. Excellent. I should be here this Friday.
And Nate stopped in today. He said he's been pretty busy working on a play thing that he's involved with, but he thinks that not this Friday, but the following Friday he'll be able to come and play with us as well.
Nice. That's wonderful.
So that community is growing every Friday night. And, of course, our snack bar is ever expanding.
The ever-expanding snack bar. All kinds of different things in there.
Sodas, Hot Pockets, chips. We got all kinds of fun
Got all
stuff going
kinds of
on
good
now.
things on there.
You can pretty much come here for the day and survive on junk food
Well,
if you really wanted.
Survive on junk food. What about us who don't eat the junk food?
They have these things called delivery services.
Oh, yeah.
We can just
There's a
order
quick trip not too far.
a quick trip about a half a mile that way.
There's
We got Hugo's
Hugo's.
Pizza a block and a half that way. We
You know
got a
what?
bar across the road. I'm sure they have pizza.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe next week we'll have some Hugos.
Maybe we'll have
Brian
some
gave
Hugos.
me a shit booster pack last week when other guys got new packs. No, we did it this way. When you played, we still had some of the Twilight stuff left.
Yeah.
So only the top 2 got
Oh.
the new stuff.
Hey.
Everyone else got the other stuff because you got to go through the other stuff.
I don't get to play Star Wars Unlimited a whole lot, but last Thursday
Oh,
I finally got to play, and I kicked Dan's butt.
you did. And to beat Dan is huge.
I know, it was great. It was the first time I think I ever beat him.
And what kind of deck were you playing again?
It was a mono red with Anakin as the commander
Oh, I
and
bet
a
you
red
did.
base.
So what was your strategy?
A lot of low-cost cards that I could get out quick and just overwhelm things. And I had a lot of answers. I had a lot of grenades to throw, which really took out a lot of his spaceships.
Oh, my Lord.
What's
Okay,
going on?
Jay,
What's going
we'll
on
do
on there?
hardcore after my surgery.
What was the question?
So he's like, I will face you in a hardcore match for this. You gave a dude a pack that had a fet foil. I don't know what's in the packs.
You controlled the packs, Ryan.
I control.
You gave him
the
the shittiest
packs.
pack out there, and you gave the other guy the best thing we had in the house.
It was
know
on
you know
purpose.
this to be true.
It's because I invited him here, made him come up here, and was like, you need to come here, and then I'm like, yeah, we'll give him the shit stuff. You know?
We'll give him this old crap.
Well, he's not going to have anything tomorrow. He's not going to play tomorrow, so he doesn't get any cards.
Well, yeah, you gotta be here to win.
Got to be here to get the
play.
cards.
I might get to play tomorrow. I heard that the baseball game might
Ooh.
not happen, so I might get to play some Twin Suns tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It will be fun.
Well, we're still going to be doing the single elimination stuff too, 'cause that's
Yeah,
how you get your pack.
But now everybody knows what deck I have, so they're gonna have answers for me now.
I didn't play against you last week, so I got to play against you.
All right. I did change a card out because in the pack that you gave me, I got some really cool cards.
Oh,
and
that's
they were
nice.
red, so they had to go in the deck.
I play a very heavy clone deck with what's her name? Oh, well, this is bad. I'm
It's
trying to
bad.
remember cards.
That's why I don't remember. That's why I don't name cards on the show
Yeah.
because I can never remember their names.
With I can't remember now, but
But
lots of
anyhow.
clones. All right. Yep. Single elimination. Is this a date night?
Well, maybe. I mean, if you
It's
bring
my
your-
date night. I get eliminated every time I go out on a singles date. It just doesn't happen then.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do for fun? and she'll be like, oh, walks. Da da da. What do you do? Well, I have 800 board games. Oh, you're out. Okay. I never even got to my miniatures.
Are there any adult orientated board games that you have?
I have dice.
Oh
That
yeah.
are-
See,
yeah.
are they big fuzzy dice?
They're
Oh.
not big and fuzzy, but they glow in the dark.
Some girls I used to hang out with, they had these big like sex dice things. It was a
Oh.
game, and they were like these big fuzzy dice, and you would throw them, and you would do things.
All right. All right. All right. So tonight we have, I guess, a pretty action-packed night, even though right now it's pretty action-packed. So we're going to be talking, there's some Star Wars news we need to talk about. Speaking of Star Wars Unlimited.
Should we talk about that now, or should we
No.
make the folks at home
No,
wait?
I'm doing a teaser.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
they call a teaser.
Oh, see, I'm still new at this, folks.
Yeah, doing a teaser, okay?
Okay.
So tonight we're going to talk Star Wars Unlimited. There has been 3 new cards banned. We're going to talk about those.
It's not so unlimited anymore.
It is not. Gumdrop Mountains. Oh, jeez Louise. We're going to be talking. We're going to do events next. Then we are going to talk about Firelock Games tonight.
Yes.
And we're going to go over a whole bunch of their type of games.
And that's really a fun thing because we used to really promote that a lot. And I'm not sure what happened, but It's back, baby.
Yeah, we're making it come back.
We're bringing it back.
And for those who are not familiar with Firelock Games, if you like pirates, if you ever watched a pirate movie and said, I want to be a pirate, this is the game for you.
Yes.
Plus, they have other games in other eras, but
it's all about the pirates as far as I'm
it's the one
concerned.
that got it started, and we'll be talking about that tonight. So let's move on to our event schedule.
The events. What's the date today, Ryan?
It's April.
It
9th.
is April. April the 9th. Okay. So today we had open play tabletop gaming all day. That's card games, board games, miniature games. We had some Commander going on. We were going to get some Bolt action going today, but somebody had to build an army instead of playing with the army. Not going to name names. You know who you are. Tomorrow we have our cribbage open play. The league is over, but they still have open play every Thursday from 1 to 5 p.m. And tomorrow evening is our famous, or is it infamous? I don't know.
Infamous are getting to be highly attended.
Yes.
Star Wars Unlimited.
Definitely growing events. Star Wars
Unlimited. It's a weekly play, so you can do. We do a single elimination. Single elimination tournament, but we also have Learn to Play. We teach people how to deck build, and we also do Twin Suns format. So,
okay.
And for those who aren't familiar, that is a special format similar to Commander.
It's very much like Commander, but you get two Commanders instead of one.
Yeah, which is amazing. That's
it
why
is
they call
amazing.
It Twin Suns.
It's quite the combination, I found.
Initially, when I heard that there was a Twin Suns format, I actually thought it would be a 2-on-2.
Like a double-headed dragon?
Yeah.
Or giant?
Yeah.
Two-headed giant?
Two-headed giant?
That's it.
Yeah. I was thinking that would be one way. I also thought there would be one by now, like an Emperor Minions.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call that now in Magic, but there used to be an Emperor Minions where you had one person in the middle who was your target to eliminate, and the other two were kind of minions on there. But you had to go through the minions, except for like.
I don't think anybody plays that anymore, Ryan.
No.
I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, geez. Okay, hold on. We got a challenge here. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Superstar Xavier Michaels goes, so I'm going to throw down a gauntlet right now. He's throwing down the gauntlet right now. For Lincoln, one night will be Star Wars Unlimited, me versus Frank, me being Superstar.
Uh-huh.
And the second night will be Malifaux. Winner takes all.
Malifaux?
What are they taking?
What are we taking? What's the prize?
What's the stakes? Maybe he's going to expect you to put the game store on the line.
I think not.
Yeah. Ryan, you're a effing pirate. Look at your facial hair. My facial hair is more of an imperial beard, not a pirate beard. It's more for like a field marshal.
You kind of got that whole Spaniard look going on over there.
I am not Spanish. I am not Spanish. My people used to go around and kill other people.
We call you Juan Corso.
Yeah. So, Frank, are you going to accept his challenge?
No, I don't know what the stakes are.
Winner prizes to be determined.
Prize to be determined.
Maybe we can get a Link Thulu
prize. I think what it should be is I will take the challenge for Star Wars, but I think Kevin should take the challenge for Malifaux.
Yeah, okay.
Because he loves the game of Malifaux.
Jay, who do you have for Malifaux? I don't remember the last time he's even ever played Malifaux.
That's good. Kevin might have a chance.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What else is going on here? What do you got going on tomorrow?
We're on to Friday, I think now, aren't we?
We're on to Friday.
We're on to Friday, yeah. Friday afternoon, we got Learn to Play board games. We got Dragon Keepers. That's going to be from noon to 1 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
Usually gets a little bit later start, but you can see that on our Facebook page live. We got a Friday night Pauper tournament. That's going to run from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Magic the Gathering. And we have our growing Friday night kill team every Friday night from 7 to 10 p.m. This Saturday, we have a second shift Friday Night Magic. That's going to be a Pauper tournament again from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. Our Bolt Action Escalation League is this Saturday, Ryan. Can you believe it's here already?
It's crazy.
And that's going to start at 1 p.m. on Saturday afternoon at 750 points. New players are welcome to still join the league. We're not too far into it yet. You still could have a chance to win.
I am working on Christian's Africa Corps German, so I'm painting them for him.
Sweet. You better get to it.
All right, that's it. I got to go home and paint.
And we have Disney Lorcon, our trading card game, weekly play from 1 to 5 p.m. And we have Dan's Birthday Modern Tournament from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I don't think there's any Commander scheduled for this Saturday because we're going to have the Modern Tournament instead.
And Dan who plays Star Wars, Dan?
Dan that plays Star Wars, Dan, yes.
Why isn't he doing a Star Wars tournament?
Because he asked Kevin if we could do a Modern Tournament because he's a big Modern player for Magic. So.
Okay.
When I first met him, that's all he played was Modern. And
do you think my deck from the 90s would count for Modern?
I imagine it's probably still legal. We could find out. I could find out.
I should play that. I should play it just to play old school and get completely stomped.
You might kick his ass. I don't know.
No, I doubt it.
Some of them guys with the Modern cards have some pretty old cards in them decks, so you're probably legal.
My deck was so slow, but it was deadly once it got going.
Yeah, that's the thing. It'd be something they haven't seen before or recently.
Played really good in Emperor Minions.
And I don't even know what that was. And Sunday, we have Disney Lorcana Weekly Play. That is organized play. Show up, win some prizes. We give away random prizes for all of the Lorcana events. And then next Wednesday, we're back to open play for tabletop gaming. That's going to be card games, board games, miniature games.
All right, that brings that up. So we have a couple of different things going on coming up, though, that we're going to be talking about probably more next week. So Star Wars weekend is going to be coming up.
Star Wars weekend. I think we're going to do something on May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. We can't tell you everything we're going to do because then we might
spoil some things if we tell them now.
Well, there will be a Star Wars Unlimited something going on.
I think we're going to have
Rebellion.
We're going to have Rebellion set up, right?
Yep, we're going to do Rebellion. I'm going to bring in a bunch of my old Star Wars miniatures.
That'd be sweet.
Not West End Games, but from Wizards of the Coast.
Okay.
And I think we're going to have maybe something playing on a TV, but we can't actually tell you because we don't
know how it's going to work yet.
Well, we don't know. Well, we can't tell you. We can't promote it that way because otherwise you got to pay a fee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not we're not doing
that.
that.
We're not going to do that.
No. We don't, because we don't want to get in trouble with anyone.
There'll just be something playing on the wall, potentially.
So Ring Fit Runner says the loser has to wear an eye patch for a week, like a pirate. Yar.
Then we should play Blood and Plunder.
We should play. Oh, guess what? I brought a hat.
You have a hat?
For Blood and Plunder tonight.
Holy crap, look at that. There's a pirate. There's a pirate in the house, folks. Does he have a peg leg?
Maybe.
Never mind. I don't want to know.
Sometimes in the morning when I wake up, definitely have a peg leg going on. So, oh, geez Louise.
Holy shit, that went south in a hurry.
Look at this. Cheap viewers. Should we do a banning?
Who are we going to ban now?
We're going to ban this guy.
What the hell? Every week we got to ban some troll. What the hell?
Look at that. We're banning them. Ooh, cheap viewers. Cheap viewers. I'm cheap. So you don't need viewers to be cheap.
Right?
You guys need to actually bring some quality to this thing. So we got Star Wars. But then we also have... Dun, 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 dun.
Should we talk about Thunder Road?
Maximum Carnage.
Maximum Carnage.
Let's do it.
We are looking for 3 more drivers.
Yes.
People that are not afraid to crash into people, shoot other cars.
Drivers or pit crew? Yes, drivers. Like
I guess they'll be more like crew chiefs. I'm going to call them drivers just because it sounds.
They're really going to be driving the car.
Yeah,
but that's not the point.
All right. So we're looking for 3 more players that can show up for 2 Sundays, which the first one's going to be this Sunday.
Yep.
At 1 p.m., we're going to have time trials and a learn to play. So even if you never played Thunder Road Vendetta before, don't think you can't play this game because it's super easy to play.
So much fun.
And Ryan and I will be here Sunday to teach the people that want to do this. We are going to record this, And we're going to edit it a little bit.
Yep.
And then we're going to put it up on one of the streaming stations for people to view. Then we're on Sunday, April 27th at 1 p.m. We're going to have qualifying. And basically all the players or drivers or crew chiefs, whatever we want to call them, are going to be here to play the game. And
play the game.
They're going to test out their strategies. And it's also going to be like a qualifier to determine who's going to get to start first, second, third, and fourth in the actual race, which will be live streamed, Ryan, right here on this table.
On this table that we're at right now.
And that's going to be on Saturday, May 24th at 2 p.m.
So we're going to be doing live commentary.
Which we're
very excited about.
That's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be so much fun. We're going to do some recordings that we can play. It's going to be a blast. Now, those who don't know, Thunder Road Vendetta is a Mad Max-inspired collision.
We should have the game over here. Should I go grab it quick?
Go grab it quick.
I'm going to go grab it quick.
Outside trivia question 1. Where do birds sleep? Outside trivia question 2. Where do bears poop? I think it's all in the woods. All in the woods. Where do they sleep? In the woods. Except for the... Yeah.
I got it right here, Ryan.
There we are.
There it is. Holy
Thunder
shit.
Road Vendetta.
I filled the camera even. Look at that.
You did.
Look at that game right
You can
there,
use this camera if you want.
Woo. Where's it at?
Right here.
There we go. Hey, now
you get 3 vehicles of 3 different sizes.
And there's helicopters in there,
and there's helicopters for killing. You are literally trying to smash someone out of existence.
I think
in this game we're going to continue until there's only one person left. It's not a traditional.
In the actual race, we will race to the last driver.
Yes.
It'll be amazing.
Last team?
The last team. That sounds better.
Okay.
So the amazing thing is we can continue to grow the track. So these are like tiles in here.
Yep.
And we can just flip them over. They're two-sided, right?
Correct.
And we can just continue to add to the track as we go along to keep the race going.
Well, and here's the big thing about it is that in the rules, after the 3rd track is laid down, when you add that 4th track, the 1st track actually goes away, and any cars that have not progressed off of it, they're automatically destroyed.
Don't be slow, Grandma Sunday driver, even though 2 of the games are going to be played on Sundays.
Correct.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. What was Stubby's favorite TIE fighter in 1997? What was my favorite TIE fighter in 1997?
I don't know.
Did you know that there's different classes of TIE fighters?
I did know that. Look at them helicopters right there shooting that little truck. See that?
Actually, I think this particular TIE fighter has not been released yet in the Star Wars card game. I'm almost positive.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how do people get signed up to be a crew chief or a player in this thing?
You tell me. I don't know.
I think they could reach out to me or you directly if they wanted to
that's
sign
fine.
up, if you got our numbers. Otherwise, contact us through our website.
Or Facebook.
NorCommGames.com. Or send us a message on Facebook. That works too.
Yeah. Nor Comm of
the
universe.
universe.
The only thing to do.
Nor Comm Games. The only thing to do.
The only thing to do. All right.
And here in Merrill, that's pretty true. I'm kidding, folks. There's lots to do in Merrill. It just sounds good.
Well, I mean, you go to the bars or you can go to the game store.
Right? We're thinking about putting dartboards in here. What do you think about that, Ryan?
Well, for those who can't go to Throwline Drinkery, that wouldn't be a bad if you could get like an electronic one.
Yeah, I was thinking about renting some from one of them like arcade places that rent stuff.
G, do you want me to answer the question? Or are you just going to leave it to everyone else? Just waiting to see. Just waiting to see a long, long time. All right, he's not going on. All right.
So that's Thunder Road anyway. So if anybody wants to drive, just let us know.
Frankception.
Let us know.
Yes, it's a great game. We're going to teach it. We're going to record it. We're going to make commentary to it.
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be fun. And here's the best thing. You come up with your crew's name. Each of the little vehicles, you come up with like a character for them.
A driver's name for each vehicle.
So that way we can keep track of that, and I think it'll be great.
It's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be fun.
Nobody else has done anything like this that I'm aware of.
This has been like a year in the making to happen.
Ever since we played it for the first time at the old store, remember that?
Yeah.
It was funny because nobody knew what we were doing, and we had people getting mad because we were crashing into each other, and we're like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh my God.
It was so great.
It was great. Shall we move on?
Let's move on. Where are we moving?
We're going to move on to the NerdCast news.
NerdCast news.
We got lots of news, okay? Well, we got lots of Star Wars news.
Let's start off with that Star Wars news. Let's not keep the people waiting anymore.
All right.
Wow, you're pretty impressive over there, right?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Did you get a little thing?
I can just do it myself. Suspended. 3 new cards today, Frank. Fantasy Flight suspended.
We all knew that Jango Fett was going to get suspended.
We knew that was going to happen. These other 2
kind of came as a surprise.
Super surprising. So Jango Fett, he's very powerful. I don't know why I never made a deck with him, because it would be a screw over deck like there's no other.
So what made Jango so bad?
We will get to that in a moment.
Okay.
So, because I have stuff in here.
Stuff.
I have stuff.
This is Ryan's world over here now, folks. I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Right. This is all me now. Okay. So we have Jango Fett that got banned. Triple Dark Raid.
I never even seen that card.
Yeah, I haven't either. And then a guy named DJ. Again, another guy I've never seen, but I'm pretty sure others have.
I heard of DJ just today a little bit on social medias when people were talking about him being banned.
All right, so let's go to the news release. On there, last month we made an announcement that we would, and this is coming right from Star Wars Unlimited, so Fantasy Flight. On there, we would not be suspending any cards from Premiere. In the announcement, we noted concern about the win rate of Han Solo, Audacious Smuggler, given his high presence in top 8, and dominant overall win rate in the Twilight of the Republic planetary qualifiers. A 35% overall tournament thing. Anyways, well, they had to go back on it because Jango Fett, concealing the conspiracy, received massive upgrades with IG 2000 and War Juggernaut, to the point that basically 8 of the top 10 qualifiers in those were using Jango, what they call Jango Red.
They were playing the meta deck.
They're playing the meta deck on there. This shakeup has clearly arrived, and Han Solo has certainly been dethroned. However, given the results from the inaugural sector qualifiers, the overall health of the metagame is in a worse state than where we left it in Twilight of the Republic. You can just...
It's pretty bad when they come out and admit that they're in worse shape now than they were before.
Yeah. For this reason, we will be suspending the multiple cards in Premiere format. So Premiere is basically the standard. I'll call it standard.
The standard
but they call
format.
it because they're not calling it standard.
Right. Well, like when we play our single elimination on Thursday, that's Premiere.
That's Premiere. Yep. And that goes into effect April 11th. So if there's a qualifier out there for it, you can play in it.
But today is the 9th, so we can still play it today.
Yeah. And we'll be able to play it tomorrow. Actually, in ours, we will continue to not have a banned card. I don't believe in banned cards. You made the card, you deal with the card.
That's what I said about Wizards. You made the card, now deal with it.
Yep. And they have something to say about that down the road, too. All right. So let's go take a look at Triple Raid Dark first.
I am so not familiar with that card.
Yeah. So it is from Shadows of
the Galaxy?
Shadows of the Galaxy.
Perhaps I should go open some packs and see if I can find it.
I just bought some. I bought 3, and none of them had a Triple Raid Dark.
We were trying to find one.
It's a rare card in there. And these are aspect cards like we had discussed previously. So search the top 7 cards of your deck for a vehicle and play it. Put the other cards at the bottom. It costs less and enters play. Return, was that 1 less? 2 less?
I can't read it from here.
Costs 5 less.
That's a lot less.
Yeah. Return it to its owner's hand at the end of the phase. Should we go and see why? Because to me, that card goes back to in hand. So it's like you can play it twice. So you literally can pop shields with it. It's a
Put
shield
the
popper.
other cards on the bottom of your deck.
Yeah, so you search the top 7 cards for a vehicle and play it.
So you still have to pay the cost to play it.
Right. But it costs 5 less and it enters play ready.
So
But then if it survives, it returns to its owner hand at the end of the phase.
So then you get to play it again the next turn.
If you want to.
So if it has like a enter the battlefield type of trigger, you could trigger more than once.
Yeah.
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 But being able to cast it for 5 less, that's huge because a lot of your cards
Pretty sure that's a 5.
are 4 or less.
Yeah.
I can see why that one would have some power to it.
Well, yeah, especially now with capital ships and everything.
And you could have 3 of those in your deck, right?
Yeah.
Because you can have 3 cards of the same kind in your
Yeah.
deck. So yeah, and what a
Well, like
50
War Juggernaut?
50
I don't know
card
if
deck.
you know War Juggernaut. off
I'm
the
not
top of your head.
familiar.
That's a pretty... It enters play and does 1 damage to every unit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe every unit that's in play. So just think about being able to do that 3 times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can see why something like that would be an issue.
All right, let's go to their official explanation here.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun,
dun.
dun. No matter what Ryan throws at me in this game, I will still beat him and make him take pictures. Jeez. For Shadows of the Galaxy and Twilight of the Republic, Triple Raid Dark existed happily within the confines of Cunning's identity. Cunning is the yellow. It provided temporary power, and it had a real element of risk attached to it. As it's most powerful in pulling a ruthless raider, you could clear out multiple units, take a bite out of your opponent's base, and ultimately not feel too bad about the downside of having spent so many resources without putting permanent units in your own areas. It performed at its best on the crucial 4-resource turn, where you could demolish smaller units and also pick up the perfect unit for upcoming 6-resource turn as well. Importantly, the earlier you found Triple Dark Raid, the better. It had a finite window of power in the early game, largely diminishing returns later on. Playing a high enough density of powerful vehicle units to get value out of Triple Dark Raid was a real deck building constraint and had meaningful risk to maximize the power it provided. Okay, so that's before anything.
So basically, you were cheating a 6 cost out turn 4 is basically kind of what you're doing.
Yep. Excuse me. With the advent of Jump to Light Speed, Triple Dark Raid has instead become the best over-the-top direct damage event in all of Star Wars Unlimited, dealing up to 13 damage to a base for only 6 resources thanks to Devastator, Hunting the Rebellion. Jump to Light Speed's increase in the quality of the vehicle unit pool gave redundancy to Ruthless Raider in War Juggernaut, making powerful 4-resource turns even more consistent. Triple Dark Raid and Devastator give overwhelming inevitability to more aggressive decks in archetype that should feel beatable once you've wrestled away control of the board. Instead of maximizing its power on the 4-resource turn, Triple Dark Raid gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. Even on 7 resources, being able to find a Devastator to play in back-to-back turns is extremely difficult amount of damage to deal with. Outside of the aggression pairing, Triple Dark Raid has seen success in Admiral Piet decks, finding the invincible hand crawling with vultures to put multiple droid units into play, while also pushing damage or taking other space units in the process. Triple Dark Raid had a staggering 100% representation in the top 8 decks. 100%. That doesn't happen too often.
No.
Outside of, like, generic guys.
But it makes sense when you're bringing out those
Yeah.
big vehicles that can do all that damage so early in the game and then cast it again later on. It's crazy.
So in the
what
first
did it
sector...
say? It could do 13 damage and you could do that
Yeah.
twice?
Yeah.
You damn near just destroyed somebody's base.
Yep. In the first... Between Admiral Piet and Jango Fett leaders. Admiral Piet's a much stronger... Like, I haven't built a deck that does the capital ships with him because he can bring capital ships for cheaper.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything with that yet, but I think I'm going to. Just going to. Due to its unhealthy play pattern in terms of raw damage output, the lack of risk the card now has compared to its initial design, and due to its overwhelming tournament success, Triple Dark Raid is suspended.
Suspended. It means it's not
well,
banned.
it's banned.
They
might
bring it back at some point.
Maybe, but how do you bring something back that powerful?
Because they didn't play test it when they launched a new set.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. We'll talk Jango. Okay, so here's Jango Fett.
This is the one everybody knew was coming.
Yep. Jango Fett here. So this is his leader thing. When a friendly unit deals damage to an enemy unit, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, exhaust the enemy unit. That seems pretty reasonable. All right. Well, let's go to what he's flipped.
On the flip side,
and he only flips on 5 resources,
which is cheap.
Yeah, he should be a 6 or a 7 with this.
Right.
They made him too cheap. When a friendly unit deals damage to an enemy unit, you may exhaust that unit. That's every time you do damage to a unit. I would be like flinging out like separatists or something to just do damage, and it just exhausts that unit. So if you can get the initiative and you can take a token, something that's
token
a 1/1,
droid or something dumb,
and you could be exhausting their major hitters. You pretty much tamper them down to nothing.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. You're literally just tapping down their whole force, really.
Could you just imagine if this was Magic and you could just go and do everything on your turn?
I wish.
Yeah, you do wish.
I do wish. That's my only complaint about Star Wars is the I go, you go.
So that makes it more even.
No, because you can't get the big hidden combos.
You can. There's ways.
There's ways, but it's not as easily done.
It's not supposed to be. That's the whole point. So let's go talk about why Jango has been banned, or
the official explanation.
Yep. Okay. So he is concealing the conspiracy. All right. While Triple Dark Raid has exceeded what we feel is acceptable for the amount of damage that's dealt that a single card can do, in turn, it alone does not represent the whole of the Jango Fett leader's success. The addition of War Juggernaut and Devastator opened up Jango Fett to exist in an extremely aggressive burn deck, where in Twilight of the Republic, he largely saw success as an aggressively slanted tempo deck. People just come up with these names of this kind of deck.
How do you come up with that?
I don't know. With the new additions of IG2, some people, that's all they do. They have no other hobbies. I mean, I'm a nerd, but there's super nerds out there.
What are we going to call this type of card or this type of deck?
Ring Fit Runner, let's both agree we rule. All right. Anyways, with the new addition of IG 2000, War Juggernaut, and Devastator, it is strongly evident that even without Triple Dark Raid, Jango Fett can return to a slightly slower playstyle and still find massive success with his ability to exhaust any number of units while deployed. Yeah, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Once you capture on that. Jango Fett's ability to exhaust every unit an opponent controls is doubly frustrating with his 7 hit points, right? Making him very difficult to defeat in combat. I mean, you should be able to get something off, but if they can tap down your main guy right away, I don't know. It's super frustrating.
So would that happen even if he's out, right?
Yeah.
And it's my turn?
Yep.
and I attack one of his guys, and his guys does damage, that guy gets tapped back down again, but he would already be tapping down because I attacked with him anyways. And then when you're done playing Django and it's my turn, I untap him anyways. So I can still use them.
Maybe.
I don't understand why it's such a big deal that they're tapping them down.
So a lot of people are doing it before it's your turn, because when defensively you don't exhaust them when you're defending.
Right.
So someone's using like the token characters to tap down something that would normally, if it was being defended, would still stay ready. So let's say I had a Luke Skywalker out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you send out a single battle droid that's a 1/1, and let's say Luke has his lightsaber, so he's now a 6/9, I think would make him, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And on attack, he can give a shield to someone. Well, when the battle droid attacks him, now he gets exhausted because he's defending.
Right, but when my turn comes around, I get to ready Luke again, and then I get to attack him.
No, you don't.
Why not?
Because you can only do that after the regroup phase.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, you don't get to...
I'm thinking like Magic where
Yeah,
it becomes my
no.
turn. And, yep, I got it.
No, you can't.
See,
do
folks,
it.
I don't play Star Wars as much.
Yeah,
I get it.
No. So, yep, you gotta.
I get it. I get it
into
now.
the Star Wars
Yep,
mind.
I get it.
So,
I get it.
So during the back and forth of that round.
See, folks, the back and forth is what screwed Django Fett over. That is what happened. Their own rules screwed over their own card.
No.
Yes.
It wasn't Fantasy Flight that screwed Django. Django screwed Django. Django screwed Django. All right. So let's continue on reading this. So ultimately, we understand that a suspension of both Jango Fett and Triple Dark Raid can feel heavy-handed to some. With a suspension to solely Jango Fett, we would expect Boba Fett, that's the Any Methods Necessary version, to find success with the same Triple Dark Raid shell as current Jango Fett decks, and the metagame would remain extremely similar with a different leader. With only Triple Dark Raid suspended, we would expect Jango Fett to still take advantage of the same vehicles at a slower pace, and the same leader would continue to grossly overperform at the top levels of competition. So before we continue on, one of the problems I think that Star Wars Unlimited has right now that Magic the Gathering or a Pokemon or something like that doesn't have, but probably had in the early days, and it was evident because I was playing Magic in the early days. There's not enough cards. There's not enough variety out there to be able to counter things.
Counter it, yep.
That's what's happening. They're making some of these things. And Night Ring Fit Runner, appreciate you stopping by. And so there's just nothing to do it. So people are, when they're going to these tournaments, obviously something that taps down or exhausts, as they like to use, other people's stuff is super powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Disney Lorcana too, when we run like the store championships and stuff. You get some of those guys that show up, and if you're not playing one of the meta decks, you're probably not going to do well.
Yeah.
Local organized play, weekly play, it's fine. You can run. You can compete with just about anything. But when it comes championship time, where some of them play mats we give away are worth like $800, those guys come to freaking play, man.
I believe it. I go on Reddit, and I do look at stuff through like Facebook and things like that of what people are building for decks and everything. But I have a tendency to I've never played, and you know this. I don't play necessarily. I mean, obviously I want to win, but I play to have fun. Like, I'm going to try to do something. The last time I played Twin Suns, and I was playing with my Underworlds deck, which has Jabba and Bosk.
Yeah.
It was literally a screw over everyone else that's going on. I don't plan on winning, and I completely...
Didn't you end up winning that game?
I won the one before.
Okay.
But not this one. This one I ended up screwing over Dan. Bayan won.
Okay.
On it, but I screwed over Dan, who should have won the game. But, yeah.
Hey, anytime you can take that victory away from Dan, it's a good night.
That's because a lot of people do that to me. They do that to me. But in my underworld, I'm just so chaotic with it because I just do stuff at random.
Right.
Because it's got a lot of bounty hunters. It's got a lot of bounties in it. And I'm putting bounties on people. And I can bring, with Jabba, I can put a bounty on someone. And then if someone dies that has that bounty, like if I kill that person, well, defeat is what they use.
Mm-hmm.
My next card I play can come in for one less.
Okay.
That phase. So
I like getting things on a discount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can also do damage, and anything that has a bounty on, boss does 1 damage to. So I kind of pluck away at things. It's a plucking deck, Jay. It's a plucking deck.
One feather at a time.
Or I pop shields, I
Right.
put a bounty on, pop a shield.
Yep. Taking down shields is a good thing.
It is. I really do it against people who have Sentinel, because people just get stuck on Sentinel. So I just sit around and I just pop them.
Right.
So it's nice. So yeah, so Jango Fett's is gonna be suspended. I kind of feel bad for everyone else who is building these decks and planning on going to these qualifiers, and now they got to do a whole new thing. Of course, they should have other decks, but these other people got in playing something,
right?
And now they're going, oh, with this season, now you can't play it.
You would almost think that they would have had to wait until the season comes to an end before they could switch it.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, nothing should
but
be banned.
Django's been around for what, 2 sets now? So 3 sets now?
3 sets, yeah. So he's a pretty powerful guy once you realize. I mean, I would look at him like, he
I
just
know.
seems
I'm
kind of cheap. So.
I have one. I'm like,
And now I'm going, oh, maybe I should have.
Not my style of play, though.
Yeah. No, I don't like to make people frustrated. And I kind of look at it that way.
That's one thing I hate about Magic is when you get like these mono blue players or these real control guys that just won't let you play anything.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. It's like, I'm not even having fun here. Why am I even bothering wasting my time?
Right. All right, let's take a look at DJ here. I mean, and I say DJ because that is literally his name, is DJ.
DJ, the rock star.
So he's a cost 3. He's a 3/5. He also has a smuggle, so you can put him in as a resource, and then you can smuggle him in.
Yes, that's a fun way to get cards out, I found.
Yep. When played using smuggle, take control of an enemy resource. When this unit leaves play, that resource's owner takes control of it. So basically, when you almost want to use them in smuggling because you can take a resource away. And I can tell you this much from doing it, taking even just one resource away from someone is devastating.
It's like destroying lands in Magic.
Yeah, it is.
Nobody likes that guy.
So let's see what they have to say about that. Again, and you'll notice that they're all yellow.
And the nice thing is when he comes out as smuggle, you're going to lose that resource because he was a resource to smuggle him initially, right?
So you take a top card off to replace him.
Oh.
Take a top
so
card off your deck.
You don't lose a resource when he comes out.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. It's just you got to pay the smuggle cost, which I think is like.
Usually it's higher, yeah.
I don't play smuggle. I have stuff that's in there for smuggling, but it's purposely put in there for resources if there's an opportune time to play it. But I don't rely on that. Maybe that's why I don't win that often. All right. So DJ, blatant thief. Look at this writing. Can
you even read that, Ryan?
Yep, I can.
Whoa.
As we make changes with the intention of bringing the top performing decks in line, we also want to make sure that we're not simply putting the old king back on the throne. We chose not to act on the prevalence of Han Solo sooner because we had expectations that other decks would become better and the metagame would shake up on its own. Never trust the metagame to shake up on its own. It's like a bunch of wild dogs or something.
It amazes me the amount of time that people spend reading through all these cards to find these combinations. You know, when I build Magic decks, I just go on YouTube and I see what other people are doing and I adjust a few things that I find cards here or there and I build my own deck that way. But
Yep. However, as we call the power outliers, it's necessary to also take action on the Twilight of the Republic data to prevent the format from regressing to what we've already seen in previous months. DJ's ability to permanently steal resources with such ease was simply not an intended use of his mechanic. We do not intend to errata cards for balance purposes in any capacity. The card you pull from a booster pack should, if at all possible, do what the card says. We also don't want to take the preemptive action on possible mistakes that do happen in the development process. We want to let them breathe in the wild. Yeah, you do. Before we step in. DJ actually came out of the gate relatively low on the Shadows of the Galaxy planetary qualifier rankings, overshadowed massively by the now suspended Boba Fett. At tame showing led us to leave the interaction of Twilight of the Republic, where the absence of Boba Fett really let the power of Han Solo and DJ shine in full force. Han Solo in multiple aspect pairings is able to play as an aggressive mid-range deck capable of throwing away card advantage to get ahead of the curve and play more powerful units than other decks. However, the leader also existed as the best control deck with multiple powerful smuggle effects at his disposal once his hand was empty. So, yeah. Ultimately, the suspension of DJ is intended to act as a correction to Han Solo towards his intended power level, but we do still expect Han Solo to be a strong deck in the metagame. While Jango Fett represents significant play pattern concerns with his new jump to light speed tools, especially well deployed, Han Solo represents a mid-range pillar of the format that we don't want to remove completely. We still expect Han Solo to perform well in upcoming tournaments and recognize the real possibility of Han Solo being a contender for taking down the Richmond sector qualifier. However, we believe that without DJ, his power level will be significantly more in line with other decks. The overall metagame will be healthier with Han Solo rather than without.
Interesting.
I have a feeling that because Admiral Piet is the big guy behind Jango Fett, so with Jango gone, you're going to see a lot of Piet out there.
Right.
It just seems to be the way it is. All right, we have one more slide here.
One more section to go.
So looking
That's
forward.
a lot of writing.
I'm sorry. I stole it from their website.
I was going to say, did you write all that?
No, I didn't.
Reporting from Nor Comm Studios.
All right, sorry. Looking forward, we had a lot of time to get Spark of the Rebellion right. So this is them basically going, "Oh, please forgive us," because we basically just made cards and didn't.
Yeah, we just rushed it
out
out here and we didn't play test anything, like I said before.
Yep. But for the rest of the first year, development was exceptionally tight for our small team. It is clear we made some mistakes under the increased design cadence of the new mechanics in Shadows of the Galaxy and Twilight of the Republic. While now suspended in Premiere, Boba Fett existed for the purpose of internal playtesting for each of these sets, something that skewed our metagame predictions and caused additional outliers. Jump to Light Speed, and especially sets beyond, marked a dramatic increase in our team size and therefore our development capacities. Triple Dark Raid was relatively acceptable card at the time it was created with a high power level, offset by a sense of risk. However, the dramatic influx of powerful vehicle units in Jump to Light Speed gave cunning/villainy decks enough tools to mitigate that risk and make the card consistently powerful. Well, duh. You have something that brings out vehicles and it costs less,
right?
And then you bring out more powerful
and then
vehicles.
you bring out even bigger, stronger, and faster vehicles.
Maybe they shouldn't have the vehicle trait under some of these ones. Maybe they should come up with a different name for them because...
Like a class of card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that might be something, but they're not going to change that now. It is important that we continue to make sets based around popular themes. I want to go back to that quick. I don't want them to do that because then it becomes very much like Magic, where it's like, all right, you can build a rabbit deck where everything is rabbits, and
a tribal deck.
Yeah, just tribal, and or you get very
well. I kind of have that going on with my twin sons deck in a way with all.
Well, I got clones, but I'm just thinking that you can get something where it's like clones, and it can be like the 501st, and it's like that's now a meta thing where it's all 501st, and then you have all the names, and then you have
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. Does that make sense?
I can see your point, but I'm okay with it at the same time.
I understand. I don't like banned things though. Just play it out.
Yeah.
Find
an answer.
Yeah, find an answer.
I believe there's a card out there that'll just automatically let you defeat an enemy character. It was played against me in one of the early games. I know it exists. I think it's in the... Gosh, is it in the Darth Vader deck?
Could be. So, as Legends of the Force debuts as a Force-focused set, we are acutely aware of the possibility of Force trait payoffs from the first year of the game exceeding their intended power level. I'm already going to predict that the next set, Legends of the Force, will be the most powerful set, and it will, again, take the game to another whole level, and then we're going to have the same thing. We're going to find one or two Force leaders who are probably... if you're in the Star Wars universe, accurately powerful,
right.
But because it's played in a game, they're going to want to ban them.
They're going to ban them or tone them down.
Yeah. I don't like that. When the set releases in July, expect us to take quick action again if outliers prove to be too much. Just ban the whole set already.
I think they're trying to rush this game. As they said themselves, they have such a small team. Yeah. And dropping these sets every quarter like they currently are, I think they need to slow it down and maybe go to dropping a set every 6 months.
The thing is that they need the payoff for it. That's what I think the problem is.
Right.
Because they're printing money.
But rushing out a shitty product's not going to make them money for long if people quit playing the game. People are going to get sick of them banning cards.
Tell that to Magic.
Yeah. Well, Magic is a whole different beast.
I understand, but I'm just saying I don't see this going away. I see it becoming more powerful. I have already seen it where, like, now they came out with the pilots as upgrades. I would have loved that first set. Like, if that would have been available first set,
right,
I would have been much more excited about the set.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that it probably would have been another mechanic, but I think it's a mechanic that we could have done.
I think most people would have took it on. It's basically just an upgrade for a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really not that hard. It's like putting a lightsaber on Luke Skywalker. It's no different.
Yeah. But I think the Force trait will be really nice. But again, they could have had some of this out right in the beginning.
Right.
If they were going to go down that road. And they're trying to treat this, it's like a D&D campaign. Okay, level 1.
Right.
Then level 2.
We're just going to keep powering you up until you get about level 20, and then we don't know what we're going to do.
Fireball, because whatever can do so much X amount of damage, guess what? You can't do that anymore.
Right.
Sorry.
Your fireball is now an ice ball.
Yep. The direction we are taking today has been guided by 3 important factors: the tournament data we observed, acknowledging mistakes in our development process, and most importantly, listening to the community feedback. Okay. I'm going to say pretty simply, it's their fault. It's their fault. Yeah. But I don't blame them at the same time.
It's just a lack of them testing out the cards before they release them. That's really all it boiled down to.
Yeah. But even at that, sometimes you're just going to have more powerful cards. You can't tell me that Darth Vader or as Anakin Skywalker Chosen One, or Luke, if he gets a like Grandmaster Luke, who's considered the most powerful Jedi of all time, shouldn't be the most powerful Jedi of all time when you're playing him. I don't want you to damper him down.
No, he needs to be the Almighty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe make him cost more or something, I guess. I think the problem with Django is that they could, if they were going to do anything, they almost need to make him a 7-card resource flip.
Right.
I think that would save a lot of it. Because then you can only do it once up until then. on there, and people could have enough stuff out. That's personally what I'm thinking.
But he is the one thing that I absolutely hate is when other players won't let you play the game.
Yeah.
That is it's my pet peeve about all card games.
And then they get infinite loops, and then you're dead.
Oh.
And then they don't even explain how you died. They just go, "Oh, I did."
I'm just gonna keep doing this until you have 1,000,000 damage and you're dead.
Yep. Okay. Well, you want to play again? Well, no, I don't want to play again.
Right?
Why would I want to play again?
You know, that's like in our commander decks. Some of the guys here have some pretty powerful commander decks.
Yeah.
And one of mine is growing in strength pretty well. So I kind of have a rule that if I pull that deck out and I win with it one time, I put the deck away for the rest of the night. I don't play it again.
Sense. Sure. All right. Should we move on?
Should we? Are we ready for some blood and plunder?
I think we're gonna move on. Okay. Hold on. Let's do this. Game of the week. Gotta take that off. All right.
Here we go.
Okay. So, Firelock Games. Let's first talk. We have the Blood and Plunder thing up here. This is a game that myself, I really started when I found it, got into it, and I got Scott Krieger into it.
You are a quartermaster for this game, are you not?
I am, but they don't really do as much. I gotta get more involved into that, but some of it is, yeah.
It's kind of something that went to the back burner for us for a while.
Yeah, I definitely want to get stuff going again on here. But Firelock Games is an American-based game.
They're company. Out of Florida, correct?
Correct. They're out of Florida. They have traditional. Your traditional metal miniatures, because those are the easier things to cast to make molds out of.
I have a lot of pewter on the board here tonight.
I have a lot of pewter too. And their first game was Blood and Plunder, which is a 28mm historical miniatures game set during the golden age of piracy.
Piracy, which was 1660?
1600s to like the 1700s.
Yeah, so I think the golden age of sail was actually like 3 centuries long, but the golden age of piracy was a little bit shorter because, you know, the English and the French, they cut down on the pirates. I don't know why.
Yarr.
Arr.
We want to be a pirate. Arr. Let's take a look at just some of the miniatures first for Blood and Plunder, which was their first game on here. Let's go back to this. Frank, show them.
Where do we want to start, Ryan?
I think let's start with your ship.
With my ship,
and then.
So this was one of my first ships. I decided I didn't want to go with a huge ship. I wanted something in between just for a little bit of versatility. And this is a brigantine. I did all of the ladders and everything myself. Mm-hmm. So it's all actually...
It's a resin base, right?
This one's a resin. The new ones that they have out are plastic now.
What?
Yes.
Whoa.
They upgraded to plastic. So they're they're like a super small company that basically works out of their garage.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I definitely have to say is that overall, this is a small company that deserves to be bought up by someone who has more money to put into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, one of the things why we kind of slowed down with offering it and running it here in the store was we were no longer able to get product from distribution.
Yep.
They weren't producing enough product to ship it out. But in the last couple of weeks, this is one of my filibusters. I play unaligned, so I can use a little bit of everybody. I can use some French. I can use some Spaniards. I can use some English and general pirates if I want to. But yeah, so I reached out to Firelock Games Direct, and we got a direct account with them now.
That's awesome.
They set us up with access to their website, so we can just kind of go on and order what we need and get the product that we need in to promote the game. So.
Nice.
But the models are 28mm, like Ryan said. The ships are scaled pretty similar to that.
And I would call them like epic 28mm. Do you know what that?
Yeah, they're not heroic scale.
Yeah, they're not a heroic scale on there. They're like they're a little heftier.
Yeah. So this is a bit of a work in progress, but this is William Kidd. There are actual named pirates, so if they were a pirate during the historical period, you can actually play them. You can even play Captain Morgan in this game if you want to.
Yep. And then they have generic ones. And you're only really a pirate if you're going against your against someone who's on the other side. Like I play.
This is a
I got
generic
English
English
and
captain.
Dutch.
English, Dutch, Spanish.
Yep, and French. There's also Native Americans.
Native Americans.
Colonials.
Colonials. And my favorite, the unaligned, which are the true pirates.
The true pirates. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Mine are more privateers, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I have freebooters in my army. So you can buy a starter box. The starter boxes I noticed on their website this week, you can actually get in pewter or in plastic now.
Oh.
So it does give you an option for most of the starter sets. Most of the starter sets are going to give you everything that you see on the ship minus William Kidd, sorry. And so you're going to get an army right out of the box.
Okay.
I mean, most of the games that we played in the past, Ryan, we pretty much just played with our starter boxes.
Yeah,
I believe.
pretty much. Yeah. Yep.
So you're going to get a card like this. It's going to kind of give you some general rules and statistics for each one of the units in the starter.
Yep.
And on the back, it gives you a couple faction choices. I usually play the Brethren of the Coast, but I could also play the Logwood Cutters, which, believe it or not, were actually pirates of wood.
Of wood.
They would actually go around and cut trees down that, like, England and the kings and queens of France were trying to harvest for themselves, and they would steal the damn wood from them. So they were wood pirates.
Okay. Yarr.
Yeah, so that was a thing. I wouldn't have never known that. I wouldn't have never known that if I didn't play this game and learn a little bit about it.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
So on the ships, we do have swivel guns, which are like little mini cannons.
Yep.
Or shotguns, as I like to call them. And we can carry actual cannons in the ship as well. Not actual cannons; they don't actually shoot. So these are light cannons. You can see they look real. Yes, if Ron Bluger is watching, the hole is drilled in the barrel.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So these are light cannons. And there's different classes of ships in the game.
Yep.
So different ships can carry different size cannons depending on how big the ship is. So almost all ships in the game can carry at least one light cannon, unless they're canoes or longboats.
Yeah, you're not going to really have a cannon in a canoe.
But a canoe cannot have even the rail guns.
Well, where would you put them?
But the longboats can.
Sure, I can see that.
Because they're a little heavier built.
A little heavier, yeah.
And then a brigantine like this one is a medium-sized ship, and it can actually handle medium-sized cannons.
Yeah, they have a couple different size ships too.
And different riggings for them as well. So the brigantines actually got like 3 or 4 different riggings depending on what kind of ship you want to run.
The game really does go into depth on a lot of detail for things like that. So
yeah, actually I have the rigging I have on here is actually the privateer rigging.
Okay.
So I can actually keep the stay sails on to help it move along when the wind is dying down. And at lower sail settings, it can keep moving.
Oh, look at you, Frank.
And it also ups the speed of my ship by 1 inch per turn instead of 4.
Why wouldn't everyone have that?
Because it comes at a cost.
Oh.
Because to make the ship go faster, they had to cut weight out of the hull.
Gotcha.
So inside a lot of the framework on these old pirate ships, they would actually chisel out some of the framework to lighten the weight of the ship so it would travel faster under wind power.
Jeez Louise.
So to represent that in the game, yes, it's faster and more maneuverable, but the hull quality when I'm getting hit by other cannons doesn't hold up as well. My idea is to outrun them or board them and win them that way.
You are a boarder, aren't you? You do like that.
I have 4 freaking shotguns on the front deck of this ship for that reason.
I like that all your guys are actually painted, unlike mine.
Well, that you've seen inside my box over there, Ryan, you know that they're not all painted. My starter set is painted, yes.
But I was getting there, so, I mean, I do have...
I actually did a commission for a guy. He had a Spanish army. I actually painted 2 starter sets, my own and one other for another guy.
And you'll notice that I've actually made it so that way it's like 2 different... Like, these guys with the yellows are different than these guys.
Oh.
I know that I made them different colors on purpose.
What I did, besides obviously the coats being different colors for being French and English, What I did to separate the units is I paint their rims different colors. And then I can tell which unit's which just by the color of their rims.
So, to play the game, I mean, do we have anything like special dice or anything like that?
This game is played on a D10 system, which is a little different because most miniature games that we're used to is played with a D6.
Yeah.
I happen to have some fancy dice, actually, for my unaligned or my pirates. So I got this cool D10 here. And it's actually got a skull and a crossbones for
That's
the 10.
pretty cool.
Can you guys see that at home? All right.
Yep.
So that's my 10. I was rolling the dice earlier today, and I only rolled like 4 10s. But, yeah, so it's cool dice. My son plays French, so he has a French D10.
Here, let's go to, hold on, I'm going to.
Uh-oh.
Nope, this is on purpose. Frank, give me a second here.
And then we have some other marker dice, which are basically going to help us keep track of things that are happening in the game. Like as our units take fatigue, we can count up how many points of fatigue they have. And we can also give them, let's see, so there's fatigue 1, fatigue 2. And the more fatigue they have, the harder it becomes for them to do stuff. We also have reload markers. Yes, folks, these are single-shot black powdered rifles that these guys are using.
You need to reload them.
Right.
Crazy idea.
And some weapons take longer to reload than others,
Yeah.
so we can keep track of that by having the different counters on it. Like I could say, okay, my pistols are out, and they have a reload of 1. Or the rifles are out and a reload of 2.
And what I like, too, is that you also get some of these dice that tell you what the actions are that you're doing.
Yes.
Similar to bolt action, but you're not pulling it out of a bag.
You're not pulling it out of a bag.
Doing that.
So this has got a unique system, too. So it's not like rolling for initiative, but we get to draw cards, Ryan.
Similar to Malifaux.
Similar to Malifaux.
But different.
But it's not a fate deck. So you're not completely reliant on the deck like you are in Malifaux. What this is what they call an activation deck. And you can basically use a standard deck of cards if you have I'm going to flip this over here.
Okay.
So you have your 4 suits, you have your hearts, you have your diamonds, your clubs, and your spades, wherever the spade went. I don't know where the spade went. Where'd it go, Ryan? I had it out before.
I don't know.
Dang the luck. Oh, it's in the box. There we go. So you're going to draw a hand. I believe it's 5 cards, is it, that we draw?
I think so.
I think it was 5 cards that we draw. So, and you're going to do that at the end of every turn. You're going to draw back up. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your hand. It can have the various suits. And the cards with the biggest pip decides who gets to take the next action.
So you would reveal at the same time.
Right. So we'll both
initiative.
flip down at the same time.
Yep.
So say Ryan flipped the club and I flipped the diamond. The diamond is faster because it has 2 pips to Ryan's 1 pip. So I would get to go first. But we see here the thing is the faster the cards are, the fewer actions you get to do.
Yep.
So you can see here my inexperienced troops are going to get 2 actions. My trained troops are going to get 2 actions. And my veterans will get 3. Versus the club, which is the slower one, 1 pip, you can see that the inexperienced still gets 2 actions, just the same as the diamond did. But the trained and the veterans each get 3, where my trained units only get 2.
And you don't have to decide when you're initially flipping this who it's going to go on to, because it could make a difference on what you're going to do.
Right.
I also want to point out that the backs are pretty cool, too.
Yes. I have the unaligned set, so mine is a skull and crossbones on the back.
I have both English and something else. So there's that one,
and each one of the named characters comes with their own stats and abilities. So, like William Kidd and
Dutch.
Juan Corso, he's kind of a Spanish, really cruel guy. Who's the other guy I'm trying to think of? Captain Morgan is in this game. And they all have their own little abilities that they bring to their forces. Makes it kind of fun and unique. So you never
is
quite
this
know
a
what's
game
going on.
of just going out and shooting each other?
No, usually there's some sort of objective you're trying to accomplish. I believe we played for a bottle of rum once upon a time. We were trying to raid a village, which brings me to the next point. Is there's several ways you can play this game, Ryan?
Yeah, I know that you can play on the sea.
With the ships.
You can play on the land.
You can do like a village raid. They just got a brand new release coming out for that, I believe.
Yep. Or you can play both at the same time.
You can do an amphibious battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
We've actually done that in the past where the ships came in and they tried to raid a village.
Yeah.
It was quite fun. I believe a barn got burnt down in that game. Because you can actually take an action to try to start fires.
Yep. Right now there are a couple different books out for this too. We have the original editions, and it looks like we need to get the revised editions.
There is a revised edition of the core rule book. A few things have changed. The main thing is the way the artillery pieces work.
Sure.
I haven't actually looked through the new book, though, to tell you what all the changes would be, but it's a revised, not a new edition. So I'm going to guess there's not a whole lot of...
Probably some clarifications where they came into our erratas and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, we don't need to change everything, but maybe we got to be less British because we are in Florida.
Right.
Warlord games.
Yeah, there was a thing about the saves originally when we played.
Because they say saves on there.
Yeah,
where's your...
There it is right here.
So when you're looking at this, it says...
So you got like a fight skill and a fight save.
I need to figure out where I'm at here.
There you go. It was there. So one of the things we figured in fight, we figured, okay, well, in that case there, the 5 is a skill and the save is a 7. So we figured, okay, the 7, Ryan's going to attack me, so I need a 7 to save it. But the shoot, we weren't quite so sure about.
Right.
And it turns out that shoot skill is if you're in cover.
Right. There is no save if you're not in cover.
Right.
If you get hit, you get hit.
Yeah. It's kind of like bolt action. You're either in cover and you can save, or you're out in the open and you're a dead man. Yeah. But the rules weren't very clear about that.
Not clear at all.
So I wouldn't say we got in an argument about it or anything, but it took some time to find some clarification.
Well, it's just like, well, show me where it says it, and it just doesn't.
And it doesn't. Yep.
That's the problem. That is a problem to me.
It is, but they do one thing that's really good for this game on YouTube. Firelock Games actually put out some how to play Blood and Plunder.
And they are super good.
And there we finally learned how to do the saves, or when not to do the saves.
They have different keywords and everything on there. And I got to say that even though there's a lot of similarities between the factions, there is also enough differences where it feels like you're playing...
And the name captains really bring that different feel to it.
That's the biggest one.
A generic captain from a Spaniard to an Englishman, not a whole lot of difference. There's a little bit, but not enough to really...
Some of your troops styles... They have different names for them, but they're similar, you know.
One of the things you got to watch, I really learned, was the equipment list that they have.
Yeah.
If they get that poorly equipped special rule, those guys are bad. Don't take them.
Don't take them at all.
Spanish players, beware.
Be very aware. Again, going back to the whole, this isn't a kill 'em type thing. There is a way for you to lose even if you haven't lost any of your guys. And that's the strikes.
The strikes, yes.
I mean, not necessarily saying that you haven't lost all of your guys, but you could be winning but still lose on there.
Yeah, refresh my memory on how the strikes work. I know you were reading about that a little bit earlier.
So you get like a strike for different things happening, like a house burning down, you know, or some goal being taken, or you losing units on there.
Your opponent basically achieving their objectives gives you strike points.
Or achieving objectives, like getting the rum.
Yep.
That's a strike. So if there's multiple barrels of rum, you could have 2 strikes. At 2 strikes, then you got to roll a commander's, like a save. I don't remember what it's exactly called.
A strike test, I think they call it.
Strike test, yeah, but they had a special name for the commander ability. It's like a morale type test.
I think we got to play this some more.
We do. You get the gist. But there's a key value there, and you got to roll against that. And if you don't get it, basically you basically, your guys and you all leave the field.
Yeah, they basically give up.
Yep.
You got to remember, these are just kind of average Joes that were out to make some easy money.
Yeah.
They didn't want to die for their
They're
cause.
not hardcore military.
They're not trained military people. They're like, hey, you want to hop on this ship and go steal some rum? And I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they call them, like I have colonial militia and English militia. They are not regulars.
Right.
Regulars are a whole different thing on there.
These guys would break easily as soon as the shooting really started.
Yep. You know. But in that strike test, if you have to do one and for some reason your commander has been incapacitated, been taken out, you automatically lose.
Yes, you automatically fail your strike test.
If you can.
But there's the way skilled generals, let's call ourselves, or skilled captains, know to protect those guys by putting them in bigger squads.
Exactly.
Or really shooty ones.
So, all right, let's move on here to what else is at Firelock Games. So then we have Port Royal.
That's their new one, isn't it?
That is a newer one. This is it's a campaign-based tactical small-scale war band side. So I guess you can think
skirmish game.
Yeah, skirmish game, kind of like Kill Team. Because some people didn't need the bigger stuff on there. Low model cost, 4 to 10 models.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got that.
I seen on their website that they actually have like individual characters that you can buy for Port Royal.
Oh,
and you can kind of, from my understanding, and I haven't played it myself yet, but I definitely want to. From my understanding, is you can kind of create your own characters the way you want them to be.
Okay, so in this, you can take control of small companies of pirates, privateers, Native Americans, African. Is that Moroccans?
Moroccans.
Maranas, or local government forces as they battle against opponents for their share of plunder from the litters of ruins of the place. Players will gain loot and experience between games while building infamy and growing in their piratical experience. So it sounds like you get experience and then stuff can grow. So maybe stuff.
It's like a campaign kind of thing where you can kind of, like I say, you can kind of gain like weapons and different skills and traits and stuff for your characters and your team basically as you go on.
It's head-to-head solo co-op and multiplayer.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
I think it could definitely be a fun Sunday afternoon kind of game, I think.
Okay. All right, let's move on to, we're going to go out of the piracy for a little bit. And we're going to go to a Kickstarter that I actually backed from them. So they did a lot of
backed a Kickstarter, Ryan?
Yeah, I did.
I would never imagine.
Just the rules called Blood and Crowns. This is 28 millimeter skirmish game that immerses you in late medieval Western Europe and the chaotic period known as the 100 Years' War. So you could use a lot of your medieval stuff for it. Plays very similar to it. Again, you get decks and everything for it. It is not a game of hordes of faceless masses, but of individual warriors that puts players in the armor of the combatants at the level of fighting where personal combat was the most visceral, while blood was spilled and crowns were won and lost. And we do have a few things that I got from there. So I got 2 different decks. One, this is a units deck on there, and then this is my activation deck. So we'll get the activation stuff.
Is it similar to the Blood and Plunder decks?
It probably is.
Shall we compare while I still have this out?
Look at that.
It still has the pips.
Still has the pips. Still has inexperienced trained veteran on there.
So they're very similar.
So let's get to the... You have a...
I have my jokers are event cards.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Similar. Just a little different. Again, you can play poker with these if you want.
You can. You could also use a regular poker deck to play this game.
Yeah. In the other deck, here is a unit deck that has a bunch of different units. Like this is actually English Army in France, and it tells you the time period and then what would be there. English Army in Scotland with different
Scottish.
Yep. The French Army, VV.
You suppose they fight over Scotch instead of
I
rum?
guess. Speaking of Scott, they have Scottish Army. I don't think at the moment they have actual miniatures for this. I'm not 100% certain about that.
I would have to look.
Yeah. But then you can get into, like, you can have characters like Edward the Black Prince on there. Henry Percy. Henry the Fifth,
Ooh.
who was King of England and France. That's what the 100 Years' War was about anyways.
It's weird because people didn't even live to be 100 years old back then.
Joan of Arc. And then for Scotch, Robert the Bruce. Most people would know him
Oh, yeah.
on there.
From Braveheart.
From Braveheart, yeah. And then you have actual, like, characters, like this is Men-at-Arms.
Are they like men in tights?
Tights.
Tights.
Veterans on there, and it gives you their stats. Mounted. English archers.
Ooh, with the long bows.
Yes, veterans. A shoot of 5.7, a melee of 7.7, resolve 5. I don't know.
You know that those longbow men were pretty much raised from children up to be bowmen? So many people think that they could just pick up a longbow and shoot it, but most people failed in strength to even get the string back.
Right. What's neat about this game, too, is I haven't even taken it out, but they have little tokens for different things, too, in here.
It's so new, it's still in the
Ready
wrapper.
and engaged and all that. Well, it's one of those things, you come across a good deal and you just kind of...
I mean, everything on Kickstarter is pretty much a good deal, is it not?
Yeah. But
For the most part.
just like anything else like they have, it's going to have all the different rules, different scenarios that you can play, and I'm willing to bet there'll be strategic ones on that.
Some pretty cool art in there as well.
Always with the cool art. So...
It looks like the actual miniatures that they use for the artwork, too.
Yeah, again, I don't know if they have miniatures. Otherwise, there's tons of miniatures. They might have just made this rule set just to have something else out there.
And I like when game manufacturers do that. Here's a set of rules. Use whatever miniatures you want. It's perfect.
Because there are some pirate stuff out there, but yeah, not as much as there needs to be. Or they're overly complicated games.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only real complicated part of Blood and Plunder, I think, is figuring out the ships.
Yeah.
Because with the wind settings and everything else and your sail settings, it does get a little bit confusing as to what's going on.
And then melee is just brutal.
Melee's awesome, though.
It's so brutal. And it's not... I'll say it's a little more complicated than bolt action, but it seems more like what would happen.
Yeah, it doesn't seem so... in bolt action, if you got the bigger unit... chances are pretty good you're going to win.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen in this game.
Nope. All right, let's go back, and we're going to go, we did Blood and Crown. We're going to do Blood and Steel. Do you know this one?
This one, very little about this one.
This is during the reign of Queen Victoria. So we're talking Civil War. We're talking the Mexican-American War, the Second Seminole War, Anglo-Zulu War, so if you want to do Britain and Zulus, and the Spanish-American War. So you're talking in that time period right before World War I, but you're talking after the Napoleonic Wars.
Right.
So, yeah, Blood and Steel. They're kind of hitting all the little aspects here.
Yeah. So they're doing all the different historical timelines, basically. Yeah, it's... I almost wonder if they're running competition with Warlord Games with some of this stuff.
Great system, honestly. In a way, I think it's can be superior because I think a lot of Warlord Games games can be overly complicated on things, and I think
Kind of like Hail Caesar.
That's not good enough.
Warlord Games, what were you thinking on that one? Seriously.
Just, I think I need someone to help me with it that's already knows how to play the game.
I don't know if there's anybody out there that truly knows how to play that game.
Maybe I'm overthinking it. But yeah, I get that time period there. Again, using miniatures, Perry miniatures. I don't know if they actually sell miniatures for this. We'll find out.
Find out soon enough, won't we?
Yeah, we will. All right. Moving on a little bit, and now Blood and Valor.
Blood and Valor. That's World
End
War
of Empires.
One, is
Correct.
it? Yes.
So most places do World War II, and they skip over World War One because World War One, for some reason, is considered boring by a lot of people, which I don't understand. Because to me, World War One really was the preface right before.
World War One is kind of like the Korean War. It gets overlooked by historians and everything all the time, and there's so much stuff that happened during those two wars.
That's when tanks first hit the battlefield.
I'm telling you, the French tanks in World War II, World War One were amazing.
65 feet long.
Oh, the Char C2,
Yeah.
32 feet long, 16 feet high.
First time Germans really had to go up against Americans. What did Americans bring?
Shotguns. I was just watching a video about that the other night. The Germans were all mad, crying war crimes. Meanwhile, the Germans are using toxic nerve gases.
Yeah, but they weren't using shotguns. That's not fair in trench warfare. Well, it's not a war crime the first time. And
you know, the funny thing was they were mostly using Winchester shotguns, which could do slam fire.
Oh.
So all you had to do was hold the trigger and just keep rocking the slide, and it would just keep going bang, 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 bang.
Crazy. Well,
you
know what?
Only had to pull the trigger once and just start racking.
Well, Americans just like their violence.
We do.
There's no precision there, but Blood and Valor, again, a nice rule set for that. I think they have miniatures for this though.
They do.
They do on
They
that
do.
one for sure. All right. Another relatively new one that just got done on their Kickstarter. Matter of fact, you can do a late pledge yet to it.
Really?
Yep, Blood and Bayonets. This is during Napoleonic time. So the Golden Age of Piracy is done. And now they're moving on to Napoleonic's Peninsular War campaign. But I think you're looking still 28 millimeter scale, using a lot of the same. You're going to probably have like Horatio Nelson and things like that going on.
This could be a really fun era to play in because this is where black powder and firearms really started to take a real advancements when the tactics that the forces were using with their cannons and their rifles at this point is amazing.
Yep. I think it's going to be a solid game. I think new ships also.
I would imagine.
For this, some upgraded ships. Yeah. Get the, Portuguese are in this. Spanish is always.
Of course,
French,
the Spanish
British,
are in it.
And maybe they'll expand. Maybe there'll even be Russians at some point.
Possibly.
Who knows?
Maybe some Italians.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Maybe.
Were they doing anything at this time? Because they were just part of France, weren't
they? They were just hanging out doing what Italy does. They're having their little.
They're so broken up, the papal states.
Yeah, they're just happy eating pasta and drinking wine and maybe making some bread.
So, going to the next one, Oak and Iron Warfare at Sea from 1650 to 1750. This is at the 1/600th scale.
This one's been around for a while.
Yeah. So this is going to definitely be like, if you remember the Whiz Kids game, where they had the different pirate ships at that scale. So
I think I actually have that one over there.
You do. But this is going to be much smaller, so it'll be more of the ship-to-ship combat on there, but you'll be able to have more ships.
Yes, you're going to have a whole flotilla of ships.
Yes. So it won't be just the one-on-one type of deal. So, yeah. I do own this and should probably learn how to play it. It's still in the box.
You have a lot of games you need to learn how to play, Mr. Schwartzman.
There's not enough time. I just sometimes just buy games.
You should become semi-retired and you still won't have time.
No, I won't. Well, some of it too is finding the right person to play. Like Terminus. We'll go with that game that I gave last week and all that. Not a lot of people are going to want to play a sub city building planning type game.
Right.
You got to find the right people to do it. So
I would play that game.
I know you would. We should. We'll learn it together.
Awesome.
I think it's a 4-player game. All right. Then one of their other big ones that's going to be coming soon, War Stories, Pacific World War II RPG expansion.
That one is going to be interesting, I think. The idea of playing a soldier, I believe, as part of a role-playing game where your life expectancy in the real war was maybe counted in hours and not days, really kind of makes me wonder how that's going to go.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. With an RPG, I'm kind of seeing it almost being... I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I mean, they do a good job with their historically accurate stuff. I mean, like Blood and Plunder, they actually brought in a pirate historian to help them make sure that everything was historically correct. So I'm assuming they're going to bring in like World War II historians to help them get this right as well.
I would think so. On there, so. All right. Yeah, that's what I got for this. You have anything to add, Frank?
I don't know. We got some pretty cool terrain in the back. Did we talk to that?
Did? Nope. So let's start with...
Let me get my big-ass ship out of the way.
The big-ass ship. Let's start with the back there.
So in the back, we have the stone fort, or the stone tower. It has its own special rules, actually, in the gameplay, which you can print off on Firelock Games' website. And the cool thing about this is it's multi-level. And you got a firing deck on top, which you can. I'm going to put a light cannon up there, but in reality, you would have a medium or a heavy cannon up there. And you got 2 ports on all 4 sides, so you could have a crew up there firing cannons at oncoming ships if you're playing an amphibious battle.
That's awesome.
It's a really great model. Scott Krieger actually painted that for us. I think it was mostly a black underprime with a gray dry brush. But they no longer make that model.
What? Why?
Yeah, so it's out of print, but it's really cool, as you guys can see. And it's really only 2 pieces minus the cannon. The steps are separate from the tower itself. It's got little firing ports around the side, so your guys are inside. They can shoot out. But if you want to play with it, you can come on down here to Nor Comm Games, and we'll let you guys use it.
You can play with Frank's minis.
You can play with my toys. I will share. I wasn't very good at that as a kid, but as an adult, I let everybody play with my toys.
And then we have some buildings over there and like a little field.
So the field in these 3 buildings here, again, came right from Firelock Games. I believe these are still in print. They're nice. You can take the roofs off, and you can put your models inside. You have windows and doors for access points. So you can kind of play along, give you a little bit of themality to the gameplay. I'm not sure where these came from, Ryan. These are from your personal collection.
That's from my personal collection. I don't know where it came from either, to be honest.
But here again, you can still take the roof off. Your windows are actually cut out.
They are. They came cut out. But I did a different scheme. I didn't do the white. I was going for like a dirty red look to it, and I think I pulled it off pretty well.
They look really sharp. I like them.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then we have the Palisade Fort, which again comes right from Firelock Games. So it's going to be your basic log-style fort that you just build up in the wilderness. And that can actually come into play with the Blood and Plunder expansion right there. Fire on the Frontier, I believe is what it's called. And that is just an expansion. Basically, that's going to move us. It's going to be mostly land battles. And it's going to kind of be the expansion to the west. So it's going to be a lot of the Native Americans fighting the settlers.
Yeah. And probably like Spanish explorers and French explorers and stuff like that. So you probably have a fur trade war.
You probably could. I haven't really read through the book. It's been here at the store for a long time, and I haven't actually read through it too much.
No.
I even have a store copy of it here, and I haven't really read through it.
Maybe we should do that.
We should do that. But
we should do a lot of things.
There's some fun stuff in there, so it's going to give you some new units.
I know Scott was playing a lot of Native Americans. As a matter of fact, I have his Native American armies at my house. I don't know why, but New England
Privateers,
Privateers.
from
New England Militia.
1675 to 1700. So they do try to keep it kind of in the right years where these units would have been a thing or viable or however you want to pronounce that or say about
They have
that.
historical commanders and then legendary.
Legendary commanders. Benjamin Church.
Oh, yeah.
You suppose Johnny Appleseed is in here?
Anyone else but me.
And you have French factions. So you got French Raiders. 1675.
I actually have some. Do you remember the company War Games Atlantic?
I do. They still make miniatures.
Are they still in business?
I do believe they are.
I think they went out and then someone bought up all their stuff and restarted them.
Okay.
I think that's what happened. Because I think they went out.
Because I believe one of our distributors
Speaking of
has.
Trench Crusade, no one said speaking of Trench Crusade. Did you know Trench Crusade's coming out?
That game looks amazing to me.
I guess it was pretty big. I know that Odin's is doing a learn to play of Trench Crusade. I don't remember what day it is, but it kind of intrigued me. I think I was busy when it's going to be happening.
There was a young gentleman in here.
The game is so good. Well, then you need to bring it here, and then you can show us how good it is.
There was a young gentleman in here this last weekend. It must have been about 9 or 10 years old, and he was actually talking about that game as well.
Well, you should find out about it, I guess.
He ended up leaving with some 40K items.
Oh, well, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
And so that was it was a fun conversation. I'm pretty sure he's going to be back at some point. So.
Excellent. So that's just a kind of a look at Firelock Games, a kind of like an overview of their stuff. Obviously, they have a lot more. It's firelockgames.com.
Yes.
And they have downloads. One of the things they have that is amazing is they have an awesome
army builder
type of thing.
It's right
Trench
there under
Crusade sells their STLs, or you can use any mini for it, and they want you to free rules online. Well, how do they make money then?
I think
mean, they sell you the STLs.
They sell you the STLs, and I believe they also have a printing service of their own. Gotcha. I think it's like a print-on-demand kind of thing.
Look into it, huh?
I did a little bit. I don't know a lot about it.
Okay. Well, there's free rules, so
right.
Maybe we could use some of the Conflict 47 stuff.
I'm just thinking the Deathcore of Krieg from Warhammer 40K would be amazing models to use in that game.
Sure, I could see that. I do have some dust models, I bet you, that would look pretty good.
I have a ton of dust models.
Kickstarter, and they will make minis soon. Okay. I'll have to look into them. I've heard a lot of stuff, honestly.
There's a lot of stuff on Facebook about them.
Yeah.
I should say.
I'm not anti them.
Hey, if it's miniatures, I'm in, man. You know me. I'm all about miniature games.
I have a lot more miniatures than I have time.
I have a gray plastic miniature.
Yeah, buying some models on eBay for like $80 for the warband. Okay. Cool. I have to look into it a little bit more. Who doesn't want a demon with mouths for wings?
With mouths for wings.
That's what he says. Who doesn't want a demon?
I think he needs to meet my chaos possessed space marines.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. We want to wrap things up?
I think we're good, Ryan, unless you got anything else to talk about.
I got nothing. So let's go back and thank our sponsors.
I feel like I'm getting cut off on the camera there.
Well, you don't have to worry about it now.
Woo! They were seeing the top of my head.
Well, I had it up before. All right. Do your thing.
All right. Nor Comm Games is your tabletop guide for all things gaming. Nor Comm Games carries Games Workshop, Warlord Games, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Disney Lorcana, Dungeons & Dragons, Star Wars Unlimited, Firelock Games, and so much more. Plus, you'll find weekly events happening in our gaming area, Bunker 1307. Wednesday afternoons is casual gameplay. Wednesday night is Tabletop Skirmish Game. Thursday afternoon is our Cribbage League and Star Wars Unlimited in the evening. Friday afternoon, you will find Learn to Play board games that you can view live on our Facebook page. Friday night is for Magic, Friday Night Magic, and coming soon, Friday Night Skirmish, which is now Kill Team. Saturday is a variety of events, and Saturday night is usually Commander. Sunday is all things Disney Lorcana. A league takes place every Sunday afternoon. For a full listing of Nor Comm's events, head over to our website, norcommgames.com. Nor Comm Games, the only thing to do.
Nor Comm
Of the universe.
All right, we also want to thank facevaluecards.com. Tired of looking through the same old boring greeting cards at the grocery store? Are you, Frank?
You know, I hardly ever look at cards, Ryan.
Oh. Are you sick of your cards costing way too much when you do have to buy them?
Birthday cards.
Yep. Are you looking for new ways to remind your family and friends that you're hilarious?
No, they know I'm funny.
And thinking about them?
Yes.
Well, you're in luck, fam. At facevaluecards.com, we've got you covered with quirky, witty, anytime greeting cards. Tell your bestie that their dog likes you better. Tell your sibling they are more motivational than your other motivational crap. Not sure which one to try? Grab a 10-card variety pack for a 10% discount per card. Add the promotion code NerdCast at checkout for an additional, get this, 35% off.
No way. 35% off, Ryan?
Yeah, that's right. An additional 35% off. Plus, with free shipping on orders over $10, it's easy to give our cards a try. $10 free shipping.
That's crazy.
But don't take this all at facevaluecards.com. Visit us today at facevaluecards.com. Facevaluecards.com for cards as fun as you are. And with that, we are going to say goodnight, everyone. Thank you for being here. And as always, game on.
Game on, Ryan.
Game on. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Thighs. Thanks
viewers.
Superstar. Thanks, Ring Fit Runner, for all checking in. We love you guys. Please make sure to stop up at Nor Comm. And always, if you can, please support your local friendly game store. Always.
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 Even if it's not us. Your local
It's all right.
game store. Your local game store.
Well, support a local game store, even if they're not friendly. No, support the local friendly ones.
Your friendly ones. Screw those mean guys.
Yeah, get out of here. What do we
Get out of here. We don't need those guys.
Make sure you support local, even when we're backing Kickstarters and getting stuff off of Amazon. Try to go down to there's other ways to support.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You do. Because sometimes they're just out of distribution, and it's like it's only available.
A lot of our terrain comes from 3D printing.
Yeah, but it comes from someone who made.
Yep, it comes from another small business.
Yep,
that we support them. They
all
support
right.
us.
Thank you much. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and again, game on.
Game on, Nor Comm.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Diamond Rose of professional wrestling, Gentleman J. Michaels, and I have a message for Backwoods Brown. You thought it was a good idea to wrap those greasy sausage fingers around my neck? Boop. Yes, I am Gentleman J. Michaels, and I have a message for the minimum wage, middle class, punk Backwoods Brown. You thought it was a smart idea to wrap your greasy little sausage fingers around my neck at the Elks Lodge during the disco rave? God damn it! Boop. Boop. What should have been a stellar night for Gentleman J. Michaels turned out boop. Yes, Backwoods Brown, you think you're so smart, don't you? Boop. 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 What could have been the greatest night for Frontline Pro Wrestling with me, Gentleman J. Michaels, offering out of the kindness of my heart to bring in national talent worthy of professional wrestling, worthy of what you fans deserve to see. What happens? That middle-class, minimum-wage punk Backwoods Brown decides to come down and wrap his fat, greasy sausage fingers around my neck and throw me to the mat. Well, Backwoods, you have awoken something, and I am going to scour the globe and offer any amount of money to any monster, any talent that can take you down. I don't think you understand what you awoken. You dipped your toes in that water of bastionality. Oh, Jay, god damn it.
Boop.